Have you ever answered a phone call that sent a chill down your spine? Well, what if that call was coming from inside your own house? Let's travel back to 1997 to a quiet, rural part of Ohio, just outside the town of Chillicothe. This is where the Haddon family lived, a mother, a father, and their 2 young children. They were ordinary people living an ordinary life until one bizarre night when everything changed. On the evening of November 3rd, neighbors started noticing something strange. The phone at the Haddon house was ringing off the hook. It would ring, someone would answer, and then it would start all over again, sometimes just ringing endlessly. This went on for hours. But here is the detail that turns this from strange to terrifying. Every single call was coming from the Haddon's own phone number. It was as if the house was calling itself. Imagine the confusion, the fear. Your phone rings, you pick it up, and the caller ID shows your own name. What do you even say? The nightmare escalated just before midnight. At exactly 11:54 p.m., a frantic, whispered call was made to 911. It was the father, Mr. Haddon. His voice was trembling as he told the operator, "It keeps calling us. It won't stop." Then the line went dead. Police were dispatched immediately. When they arrived at the isolated farmhouse, they found the front door unlocked and slightly ajar. Inside, the scene was unsettlingly normal, yet deeply wrong. The television was on, glowing with nothing but static. In the dining room, a half-eaten dinner was still warm on the table, as if the family had vanished mid-bite. But the most disturbing clues were in the kitchen. Muddy footprints, too large for anyone in the family, were tracked across the floor, leading from the back door to the wall-mounted telephone. The phone itself was dangling off the hook, emitting a low, strange humming sound. The police checked the phone records, and what they found was impossible. After the 911 call, there were 23 more outgoing calls made from the house's line, all placed after midnight. Every single one was dialed to its own number. The Haddon family was never seen again. No bodies were ever found. No suspects were ever identified. The case went cold, leaving behind only questions and a chilling local legend. To this day, some folks in that part of Ohio say that if your phone rings just once late at night and then stops, whatever you do, don't try to call back. You never know who or what might already be inside your house. Have you ever heard about the college student who accidentally live-streamed her own murder? This story is absolutely chilling. On September 18, 2019, a 21-year-old student named Lena Brooks was studying late at night in her Tempe apartment. Like a lot of us, she decided to go live on Instagram to have some company while she worked. At first, everything seemed totally normal. She was just sitting at her desk, flipping through books, interacting with her viewers. Then, things started to get weird. A few minutes into the stream, some of her viewers noticed a faint sound. It was a soft, rhythmic knocking, almost like someone tapping their fingernails on a wall. It seemed to be coming from behind her. Lena heard it too, but she just laughed it off, probably thinking it was the neighbors or just the old building making noises. She told her viewers it was nothing to worry about. But the sounds didn't stop. At around the 7-minute mark of the live stream, the knocking seemed to move. It wasn't behind her anymore. It was coming from the ceiling, directly above her. Now you could see she was a little more concerned, but she tried to stay calm and focus on her studying. Then, at 11 minutes in, something truly terrifying happened. Her laptop's microphone, which had been picking up her voice clearly, suddenly captured another sound: breathing. It was slow and deep, and it definitely wasn't hers. At this point, her comments section just exploded. Everyone was spamming messages like, "There's someone in your apartment," and "Lena, get out of there." Her face went pale as she read the panicked comments. You can see the terror in her eyes as she finally realizes something is seriously wrong. The camera starts shaking as she stands up. She turns and whispers into the camera, "My door's locked." Then, just like that, the live stream abruptly cuts off. The screen went black. Her followers immediately called the police. When they arrived, they found a scene that just deepened the mystery. The apartment was sealed shut from the inside. The windows were locked, the front door was dead-bolted, and there were no signs of a forced entry. Inside, they found Lena. She was dead, slumped over at her desk where she had been streaming. The coroner's report was baffling. The official cause of death was listed only as unknown trauma. Here's the part that will keep you up at night. The replay of that live stream is still out there, floating around on the internet. If you watch it all the way to the very end, right after it cuts to black, there's a single horrifying frame. For a split second, the camera view flips around, showing the room from Lena's perspective. And in that frame, you can see a figure standing in the shadows, waving directly at the camera. It's a truly haunting image. So I have to ask you, if you were watching that live, would you have kept watching until the end? Let me know what you think down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more strange stories like this.